Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Dr. Natasha binti Muhammad Kamal from University Polytechnic Malaysia together with my colleagues Wan Nur Hidayah, Wan Afandi and Nurul Zaitun Itri alias. I am pleased to present our concept paper titled Exploring Gen Z's Communication Tools in Enhancing Post-COVID Educational Setting Through the Lens of Media Richness Theory. This study is a part of our ongoing research into improving lecturer and students' communication in the digital era. So let's take a look at the background and problem statement. The COVID-19 pandemic forced universities worldwide to rapidly transition from traditional face-to-face learning into fully online and hybrid models. While this transition was necessary, it created major disruptions in how lecturers and students communicate. In the classroom, students naturally pick up nonverbal cues like tone, facial expression, and gesture, which help them to interpret messages more accurately. But in the online environment, these cues are often missing or limited. This absence of richness in communication has led to weaker rapport, misunderstanding, and in some cases, lower engagement from students. Generation Z students, however, were already accustomed to digital communication as they are digital natives who grew up with smartphones, social media, and instant messaging. Their expectations of learning and communication are very different. They want immediacy, personalization, and interactivity. The challenges, therefore, is that while Gen Z has the skill and preferences of digital communication, institutions and lecturers may still depend on the more formal or traditional platforms. This misalignment often results in communication gaps, disengagement, and frustration on both sides. Addressing this problem is the starting point of our study. This study therefore set few objectives. First, to identify primary communication tools used by Gen Z in educational settings. To evaluate the effectiveness of these tools in fostering students and lecturer communication, to examine how the perceived richness of these media influences satisfaction and academic engagement, and to propose recommendations for institutions to optimize communication in hybrid or online settings. Our study applies media richness theory, which is highly relevant to this discussion. This theory proposed that communication tools can be classified along a spectrum of richness. A rich medium is one that provides multiple cues such as body language, tone of voice, or immediate feedbacks, and allow more personal and expressive interaction. Examples include face-to-face discussions, video calls, or even messaging apps when they include voice notes and emojis. In contrast, lean media are limited in richness. Tools like email or institutional LMS announcements are useful for sending straightforward, routine information, but they are not ideal for complex discussions or emotional support because they lack nonverbal signals and immediate feedback. By applying this framework to the educational context, we can better understand why students sometimes feel disconnected. For instance, when a lecturer uses email to address an issue that students expect to be discussed in real time, like clarifying assignment instruction, the medium chosen may not be rich enough, leading to confusion or frustration. This framework therefore helps us systematically analyze which platform Gen Z students perceive as effective, and why certain mismatch occurs between lecturers' choices and students' preferences. To explore this issue, we designed a qualitative study using focus group discussion with Gen Z students at University Polytech Malaysia. We selected participants from diverse backgrounds to capture a range of communication experiences. The data will be analyzed thematically with media richness theory, providing the framework for classifying tools as rich or lean and for interpreting their impact on engagement and satisfaction. Our initial our initial insight indicates that Gen Z strongly favor communication that is immediate, visual, and personalized. However, many lecturers still rely heavily on lean tools such as emails or LMS announcements. This misalignment creates communication gaps that makes the student feel disconnected, while lecturers may perceive students' communication style as too informal. This study therefore contributes by highlighting the need for balance. Education should align media choice with task complexity while also integrating both formal and informal platforms to better connect with Gen Z students. In conclusion, this concept paper emphasized the importance of rethinking how communication tools are used in higher education. Generation Z students, as digital natives, are not only comfortable with technology, but they also expect communication that is fast, interactive, and engaging. However, our insight suggests that many lecturers still depend heavily on lean media such as email or LMS announcement, which students find too formal, slow, or impersonal. By applying media richness theory, we highlight how matching the right medium with the right type of message can significantly improve rapport, clarity, and overall student engagement. For example, complex discussion or emotional support are better handled through richer media like Zoom or WhatsApp, while routine information can remain on email or LMS. Practically, this means that institutions should not only invest in technological platforms but also provide guidance and training for lecturers to use them effectively. Policies should be flexible enough to integrate richer media alongside formal channels, recognizing that communication is not just about transmitting information but also about building relationships. Looking ahead, Fur- further studies or future studies should extend this study beyond a single institution, triangulate findings with other methods such as classroom observation, and examine how Gen Z communication preferences continue, continue to evolve as post-pandemic practice stabilize. Ultimately, by making more informed choices about communication tools, higher education institutions can better engage Gen Z students and create a more supportive and effective learning environment. So that's all for our paper, concept paper. Thank you for your time. Assalamualaikum.